Hi, Jashika Banjare. Welcome to Vedantu Young Wonders. Hello, my dear kids. Very good evening. This is Sundar Ravindranathan here, guys. How is everybody? Hi, Aditya. Hi, Beast Boy, Ranveer. Welcome, guys. Today is going to be, it's a continuation of, you know, the the domination that the East India Company had on India. And slowly what happened? From just starting a trade, merely coming as a merchant trader, they started invading India, ruling India for hundreds of years. Now what are we going to do is we are going to continue with it. Did they really, our Indians, did we give it up that easily? Or was there any resistance? When there is resistance, what did the British do? We are going to see that today. Okay, it's going to be a very fascinating session because it's a real life, right? What happened to India? How did a small trading company which came into India, how were they able to conspire and rule the entire nation, dominate us, enslave us? We are going to see that. Okay, right, guys. Now, so as always, what we will do is we'll just leave a minute or two for our friends to join. So we are at kind of. Hi, Ranveer. I am fine. Yes, people are joining. So by the time they join, let me give a quick precursor to this session. Yes, guys, before I move on, a big thank you to every one of you. Vedantu Young Wonders is now a family of more than 1 lakh subscribers. Isn't that awesome, guys? 100,000 plus. Now we are at 100, kind of 117,000, if I'm not wrong. Already 17,000, in excess of 1 lakh. So it's just amazing. It's an amazing feeling. All credits to you guys because you guys have supported us throughout our tenure, okay, of Vedantu Young Wonders. From the time we started, you guys have been simply amazing, guys. Thank you so much. Now, guys, this exam season, remember, Vedantu is giving all its topic-based courses. You know what? For every topic, there is a course that has been created. And our master teachers have explained that topic so beautifully. You know what is the cost of that topic-based courses? More than 2,000 courses are there. One course is just 1 rupee flat. Would you believe that? Just 1 rupee, guys. Note down that link. vdnt.in/ytmicro. Please note down that link, my dear students. It's very important. Okay. Yeah, Menti is there. Don't worry. Manmohan. Hi, Chinmay. Hi, Sanya. Welcome, guys. Welcome, all of you. You have to go to this link, vdnt.in/ytmicro, Sunita, and then take up how many, whatever are the number of courses you want, pick it up. It's all yours. Yeah? Okay, kids, let us move on. What are we going to deal with? We are going to start with the tiger of Mysore, Tipu Sultan. So there were a lot of resistance that was there. People understood that these guys are playing a game. They are trying to rule us. And our people started resisting. There were wars. People, both the sides there were losses. But our people evidently got killed, replaced and whatnot. Right? And thus, that's how India gave it up to the Britishers. So what did Tipu Sultan do? Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan together, what did they do? We will see. War with the Marathas. Okay, and claim to paramountcy. What is paramountcy? What did Lord Hastings do? He created this paramountcy, concept of paramountcy. What is that? I'll explain. The doctrine of lapse. That's also a very important, a concept that you need to understand. When, a ruler dies, what happens? As per the Britishers. Then, how did, every place that they conquered, what kind of new administration did they set up? Because everywhere they can't put their own people. So how was the new administration? and the army. What kind of army did they have? All these things we are going to see. Guys, what are we going to do, you know? After we see probably 3 of these topics, we will jump to Menti. We will handle 4 important quiz questions after completing just 3 of these topics. Once all the 4 quiz questions are over, we will come back, handle or learn the remaining 3, and then go back to Menti again for more questions. Done deal? Everyone ready for it? Give me a yo, guys. Come on. Let me see if you guys are ready. Hi, Shreya. Boost Pro. You are cruel here. Come on. Superb. Everyone is ready. Aram is saying, sir, that seems to be a good idea. Okay. Right, guys. Here we go. Guys, by the time British, started expanding, the East India Company became, from a trading company, they became the rulers of the territory of India. Our guys started waking up. They understood, no, these guys are having a plan to dominate us, to enslave us and rule us. So initially, Mysore at that time was very, very strong. Hyder Ali and his son, Tipu Sultan, right? They were ruling Mysore 1761 to 1789. I think Hyder Ali ruled from till 1789 he did, and 82, and from 82 to 99 Tipu Sultan was ruling. So these two people, father and son, they ruled, they ensured that Mysore was growing like anything. And this really disturbed the eyes of the Britishers. When it became real trouble, the East Indian, company, the British company, they used to purchase pepper, cardamom, okay, these spices from Mysore, the Malabar coast, typically. And that was under the control of Tipu Sultan and Hyder Ali. And these guys said, no, these guys are troublesome. Stop. Do not sell pepper and cardamom to these guys. Now the Britishers became very angry. Once Tipu Sultan stopped the export and said, no, none of you merchants should sell it to the company, these guys became very, very, very angry, Britishers. Okay, you know what they did? And moreover, Tipu Sultan had very strong relationship with French. There were a lot of colonies in French also, right? So the British were furious and they thought these two guys are threats to British. Threats to the English invasion. Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. There were 4 wars, guys. Remember, all of you? Might be a quiz question. I don't know. 4 wars were fought in Mysore. 1767, one. 1780, other. 1790 and 1799. 67, 80, 90, 99. Now, first one, the Battle of Seringapatam. Okay, the company won, it was an ultimate victory, very dominating victory. Tipu Sultan was, because the Seringapatam was the capital for Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan was killed, guys. Whenever you hear all these things, you will feel very bad, Our warriors who fought, the forces were so major, so many, that we couldn't really resist. Tipu Sultan was killed, defending his capital Seringapatam. Mysore was, these people, the Britishers gave it to Vodiyars, and they said, you will be a subsidiary alliance working under us. I hope by now all you guys remember what is a subsidiary alliance, right? Subsidiary alliance means they will pay taxes, they will pay a part of what their revenue that they are getting, everything to the British. They will also supply army when it's required. So that's a subsidiary alliance. So Mysore was placed under Vodiyars as a subsidiary alliance. Now I hope you guys are clear. Now also the Marathas. Marathas were also very, very powerful. One was Mysore, Tipu Sultan and Hyder Ali. Now this is on the Marathas. Late 18th century, okay, company understood Marathas were also becoming very powerful. We have to totally destroy them. Okay. And remember, after the Battle of Panipat, the entire Maratha kingdom was divided into many states under different chiefs. Guys, remember 1761 after the Battle of Panipat, the entire Maratha kingdom was under divided as many states under many chiefs. A few of them are Scindia, Holkar, Gaikwad, Bhonsle. These are few states. And all of them, for that a common head was there called Peshwa. Peshwa is the common military head for all these states. Everyone is clear? Peshwa is the military head for all these states like Scindia, Holkar, Gaikwad and Bhonsle. Right? So Mahatji, Scindia, Nana Padnis, they were famous, very, resistant Maratha soldiers. So now all you have to remember when it comes to Marathas, my dear kids. Number one, Marathas were very powerful in 18th century, end of 18th century. After the Battle of Panipat, the Marathas, the kingdoms were divided into multiple states under different chiefs. Few of the states are Scindia, Holkar, Gaikwad, Bhonsle. Remember, Scindia, Holkar, Gaikwad, Bhonsle. And a common head for all these was called as a Peshwa. Peshwa was the military and administrative head. Okay. Sai Pavitra, focus. So now guys, just to remember, Mahatji, Scindia and Nana Padnis, they were famous Maratha soldiers. Okay, now British war with Marathas. When it happened, how it happened. The first war happened in 1782. Both the fights, equally were strong, fought, no clear victory. It's called with the Treaty of Salbai. In 1782 it happened. 1782, first war of the Marathas with the Britain. Second, it's called Anglo-Maratha War in 1803. And British occupied a few territories of the Marathas. 1803, British occupied. See guys, for a long time our guys were, we didn't focus too much on strengthening our war power at that time. You have to remember this. Generally, as a nation, India was a very soft nation. If you look at the north part of India, so many of these wars happened because of which people knew what is a war. They were a little tough. But if you look at the southern part of India, they were not that much war prone. Okay. So now coming to Marathas, they had a lot of wars, and in the second Anglo-Maratha War, the British occupied a few territories. When you look at a few people, you will find them very tough by nature. When you travel to different parts of India, you will be able to see this clearly. Few places they will be very soft. Few places people will be tough because the history is like that, and that is how the pedigree comes. My dear kids, is everyone understanding what I am saying? This is an important part. Both of them were killed. Yes, perfect. Oh, great. So now finally the third Anglo-Maratha War totally destroyed our Maratha power. It happened in 1817. So 1782, no clear victory. 1803, few areas were captured by British. 1817, third Anglo-Maratha War. Totally Marathas were destroyed. Peshwa, the military head, was removed and he was sent to Bithur in Kanpur with a pension. Okay. Right. The claim to paramountcy. Okay, now that the British occupied Mysore, Marathas were also totally destroyed. Now British said, they created a concept called paramountcy. Paramount means what? Supreme. They said we are the supreme power. Lord Hastings was the one who created the policy of paramountcy. That means we are the supreme. Whatever we tell should summarily be obeyed. Okay? There is no cross questioning at all. If we say something, it has to be obeyed. How sad and bad is this, guys? Think about it. This is true slavery, right? So now, hence, its power was greater than that of Indian states. Everywhere, what they did was, they implemented paramountcy, saying that British is the supreme authority. Whatever we say should be followed. So now we didn't have options, right? That's an aggressive policy called paramountcy. Lord Hastings is the one who did that. Now, still there were people who fought. Guys, remember there is a very, very inspiring story of Rani Chinnamma. She was also in Karnataka. She took to arms and led an anti-British movement. Still resisted. She was arrested in 1824. She was in Kittur, Karnataka. She was also arrested. Rani Chinnamma. 5 years later, 1829, she died in prison itself. Similarly, then it was taken over. The same movement was taken over by Rayanna. He was a Chowkidar of Sangoli. He destroyed many, many British troops. So he was known for that. Rayanna. He was also from Karnataka, Chowkidar of Sangoli. And he destroyed many British camps and records. And guys, he was caught and hanged by the British in 1830 after 1 year. After 1 year from the time Rani Chinnamma died. He took it over, ran it successfully, killed a lot of British army troops. Then he was caught and hanged in 1830. Okay, kids. Yes, Raju. Now the case of Sindh and Punjab. Guys, you know what? At this time, globally, there were a lot of countries, superpowers at that time, who were trying to conquer and expand. Okay, Russia was one among that. So these guys, Britishers from East India Company, they were a lot worried about Russia. They thought that Russia would come into Asia, expand their, domination, and they will eventually come to India. They were worried. And at that time, but it didn't happen actually. They wanted to secure their control over Northwest. Who? Britishers, East India Company. And to ensure that Northwest is completely protected, they fought a prolonged war. I think the war happened for almost 4 years with Afghanistan. Finally, Sindh was taken over by them in 1843. Okay, remember? It was a very prolonged war. With Afghanistan for almost 4 years. Sindh was taken over in 1843. So, the presence of Maharaja Ranjit Singh in Punjab, his resistance, because of which it slowed down the British expansion. Maharaja Ranjit Singh, again he was brave warrior, he fought, because of which the company's expansion started slowing down. But once he died, Punjab was also annexed to the British rule. Okay, kids, I think I've given a lot of data points. What happened? Mysore, typically one. We also saw how, about Rani Chennamma, number 2. Yes, Rayanna, number 3. Now the East India Company invasion internationally, their worry about Russia and the power, how they destroyed Marathas, all the 4 wars. Now are you ready? Are you ready for Menti? 3 topics are over. Vivek, I said after 3 topics, yeah. Ready? Okay, guys, we will go to Menti. I'm going to ask you, say 3 or 4 questions, important ones, and then come back. Ready? Here we go to Menti. Guys, don't close YouTube because only half the session is over. Open another tab. Newcomers, please open another tab. Type www.menti.com and type the code 979540. 979540. That is a code. Okay, for new people, now what we are going to do is, till now whatever I taught you today, okay, about the Marathas, about Rani Chinnamma, the Karnataka, Tipu Sultan, everything, I'm going to ask you 3 or 4 simple quiz questions. So to participate in the quiz, I want you to open a separate tab, type www.menti.com, menti.com, and type the code 979540. Come on guys, I can't wait for a long time. 30 seconds, I'm going to start. Now, open another tab, type Menti, menti.com, and then it'll ask you for a code. The code is 979540. Got it? Superb. Now let me see how well you remember all what I said, starting from Tipu Sultan, right, till the case of Sindh and Punjab. Yes? Okay. Here we go. I'm going to start the quiz in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Here we go. First question on your screens. Come on, guys. Hi, Arya. Come on. Hi, Tech Learner. Wish you many more happy returns of the day. God bless you. Okay. Thank you, Ananya. Hey, kids. First question. Jumping on to Menti. Here we go. Which of the following is not the presidency? Wow, this sounds to be a different question. Bengal, Madras, Bombay, Delhi. Remember, there were 3 presidencies. Bengal, Madras, Bombay, Delhi. Which is not a presidency among this? Let me see if you guys remember. This was a part of the previous session. Time is up. Woohoo! Not bad. Delhi. Guys, Bengal, Madras, Bombay, all 3 are presidencies appointed by the Britishers. Right. Delhi was not a part of the presidency at all. They were fighting. They want to capture Delhi. They could not. Ankan is topping the list, followed by Anish, Shubham, Lionel Messi, Adi, top 5. Devesh, Preetham, this is how legends are made. Srinidhi, Sudhanshu. Here we go, guys. Question number 2 on your screens. Tipu Sultan stopped the export of sandalwood, pepper and cardamom through his kingdom in which year did he stop that? Did you guys note it down? I told you he ruled from this state to this state. You can easily find out. 1764, 1772, 1785, 1790. First Hyder Ali was ruling. After that Tipu Sultan was ruling. I said some years. I don't know if you guys remember. Come on, come on, come on. How many of you chose 1785? Woohoo! Hey guys, not bad. 1785 it is. In 1789, they were killed, right? So, you can't choose 1790 at all. And 1764, Tipu Sultan was not ruling at all. Okay? Now the leaderboard for the second question. Lionel Messi is at the top, followed by Rudra, Vishab, Devesh, Aditya. Super job. Now, followed by Gon, Ria, Anish. This is how legends are made, and Adya Shah. So these are the bottom 5 guys. Got it? Okay. Now, next question. Question number 3. Urbi, come on. 979540. Rani Chinnamma was the ruler of one place, I said. Bengal, Jhansi, Kittur, Agra. Simple question. I'm very sure. Come on, come on, come on. Time is running. Last 5 seconds. Hi, Sukhwinder. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you? Kittur. Yes, guys. In bracket itself, it was given right. Rani Chinnamma. Excellent. 216 of you got it right. Great. Majority, which is making me very happy. You guys are remembering. So now let's go for one more question and then we'll jump back. Lionel Messi, still at the top, guys. Rudra Devesh, Rishabh Aditya, Ria, Gon, Shubham. This is how legends are made. Iram. Guys, great job. One more question and then I'll jump back. Question number 4. Lord Dalhousie devised the policy of. Okay, I think I should not have gone with this question. Still fine. Let me see if you guys remember, or you can find it out. Divide and rule, subsidiary alliance, doctrine of lapse, and none of this. I spoke about it. I don't know if you guys remember or not. How many of you chose doctrine of lapse? Right? Initially, when I was introducing, I said when the ruler dies, what happens? That's called doctrine of lapse. We will speak about it in detail. So, who is topping the list now? Yes, Lionel Messi. Wow. So first, phase 1 quest, Messi is at the top, followed by Rudra, Aditya, Ria, Shubham. This, Gon, Shami, Yash and Shreya. Bottom 5, guys, here we go. Back to our session. Be ready? Come back faster. Now, doctrine of lapse, which I just spoke about. It was devised by Lord Dalhousie. Guys, what happens is, assume that there is some place which was not occupied by the British. Suddenly, the king dies, and the king is not having any male heir. That means a son. All right. If the king is not having the next generation, that is a son, then that will come under the British rule. If an Indian ruler died without a male heir, the kingdom would lapse. Can look at this. These guys kept an expiry date even for a kingdom. How sad it is. An expiry, not a date, but a concept. It's called doctrine of lapse. How many people's kingdoms lapsed like this? Satara in 1848, Sambalpur 1850, Udaipur, even now we know, right? 1852. Nagpur and Jhansi were annexed like this. Because there is no male heir for the Indian ruler, for the king. Okay? Now, finally in 1856, company also took, over Awadh, the region of Awadh, because of misgovernance, stating the reason that it was not managed well. Okay? So there was a ruler, everything was happening, but just like that, these guys gave a reason saying that no, this region is not being managed well. It is being annexed, into our territory. Enraged people of Awadh became very, very angry, and they joined the Great Revolt of 1857. Remember this? People of Awadh. Hey, yes, come on. It is like that. You can't ask simple questions all the time, right? Disha is asking, sir, how can this happen? How can someone annex just because a person, the king dies and no male heir is there? How can they lapse a kingdom? That's how it is. Disha, they said, okay, no one is there. Add that kingdom to the British territory. See, when someone is so dominant on you, whatever they say, you can't look for logic there. Because those guys are arrogant. They just like that, rampantly destroy anyone who is resisting. And that's how so many hundreds and thousands of our, brothers and sisters died, right? At that time. Okay, now look at this, guys. Look at the map of India, guys. Initially, look at how it was. I want all of you to look at the map very carefully. Look at how huge area which was not under British rule. The entire brown area was not under British rule at all. We hardly had Madras, Mysore, Hyderabad, Kolkata and Benares under British rule. But what happened? Slowly we gave everything up, right? At that time, because we didn't realize, we were so innocent, guys. At that time, you have to remember this. So, slowly they annexed everything. Okay? So, this map I chose to show because I wanted to show British did not occupy the whole India initially. It was only this much. Okay? But just because of a lot of tricky conspiracies. What is a conspiracy? A behind the scene, all right, background work to spoil or to cunningly capture the territory. Right, there was a conspiracy and slowly the British invaded the whole of India. Right. So now the administration. Guys, remember the British territories were broadly divided into presidencies. Remember I spoke about 3 presidency. Delhi was not a presidency. Bengal, Madras and Bombay. Today what is called Chennai, right? Typically it was called Madras initially. So Bengal, Madras, Bombay, they are 3 presidencies. All of them were ruled by governors. So the supreme head of the entire administration was called the Governor General. Srivatsa, that is a different thing to discuss altogether. Okay. Let's not get into it now. So now Warren Hastings, he was the first Governor General. He introduced several administrative reforms. Warren Hastings. So all of you remember British territory was divided into presidency. 3 presidencies, Bengal, Madras and Bombay. All of them were ruled by governor. The supreme head was called Governor General. Warren Hastings was the first Governor General for India. And he introduced several reforms. Number 1, what are they? 1772, Judicial System, the system of justice. A new system of justice was established. Okay, nothing was in our favor, guys, by the way. Each district had 2 courts. By the way, my dear friends, even today we follow a lot of similar structure only. Even today. Okay, each district had 2 courts, a criminal and a civil court. Criminal court is called Faujdari Adalat. Civil court is called Diwani Adalat. Okay, now for those collectors, alright, the collectors, our Pandits were there, right? Hindu Pandits and Maulvis, they interpreted the laws for them. Okay, they, in other words, simply translated, interpreted the laws for the collectors. The collectors were the highest authority of that particular area. Now, criminal courts were under Qasi and Mufti, under the supervision of the collectors. Now, in 1773, guys, remember 1773, a new Supreme Court was established. Great, sir. Great. Supreme Court was established in 1773. So now Warren Hastings, what all he did? Look at it. 1772, he created a judicial system. This entire slide is about courts and judicial system, right? Each district 2 courts, 1 civil, 1 criminal. Maulis and Hindu Pandits interpreted the laws for collectors. Criminal courts were under Qasi and Mufti. 1773 new Supreme Court, right? Yes, Sushila. So 1773 a new Supreme Court was established. Thank you, Detroit Gaming. Thank you so much. Now I hope till this you guys have got this very clearly stand. Guys, this session, it has a lot of data points. So that is why I divided it into 2. I cut it after 6 slides. I got you into Menti so that you don't have too many things to remember at a time. Now collector, I was speaking, right? The Hindu Pandits and Maulvis were interpreting for the collectors. Who were the collectors and what were they doing? Collectors' job was to collect money and maintain law order. Clear? So collectors' job was to collect money and maintain law order. Collectorate for every region, collectorates became the center of power. Guys, we were having democracy only after independence, right? Now people choose our representatives. Was not the case at that time. Every region, Britishers appointed collectors, and the collectors were the center of power. Their job was to collect money and maintain law and order. Okay, so now a few developments. The company's army, I was telling you, right? What kind of army they had? In 1820s, their technology for war changed. Okay, and cavalry requirements, having a huge army, that requirements were declined. Instead, they started using muskets and matchlocks. These are types of guns. My dear kids, muskets and matchlocks. Point number 3. They are types of guns. Muskets are, hand guns. Matchlocks are guns which you have to, put match into that gunpowder. Strike a match to the gunpowder to shoot. So they are muskets and matchlocks they started using. Okay, 1761, someone was asking, Nitin, soldiers had to keep pace with the changing military requirements. It happens even now. India, why are we getting so, investing so heavily on defense, getting all the recent aircrafts and missiles from other countries also we are importing, right? Because you have to be at pace. Otherwise, we don't know, at any point in time, some country will dominate us. Indian soldiers' army was called the sepoy. Even today, this word called sepoy is being used at few places. Sepoy means soldier. So, Indian soldiers' army was called as sepoy army. Okay. Sunita, when collector dies, another collector comes because they are appointed by the Britishers. Only when an Indian ruler dies without a male heir, they start annexing. They start adding that to the British territory. The kingdom lapses. Okay, cool. Now, guys, you learned a little about army. The bottom line of this slide is military requirements started changing. Not too many people were appointed. Cavalry requirements, having huge army requirements were declined. Instead, they started using innovative weapons, muskets, matchlocks. Okay, soldiers were asked to keep pace with latest technology at that time. The army was called as sepoy army, the soldiers' army. Musket is a heavy gun used by infantry soldier. Matchlock is an early type of gun. The powder has to be ignited by a match, struck by a match. Okay. So, conclusion. Now we are about to jump to Menti. Before that, one quick check. Number 1, this company, East India Company, just came as an ordinary merchant into India. Just because we guys were so innocent. Remember what happened? Right? Remember the Mughal emperor who allowed the East India Company into Bengal? Yeah. Alright. He gave rights, right? He gave rights to trade. Slowly, these guys so cunningly started occupying, dominating all of us. And number 2, arrival of new steam technology also aided this process because transportation was very easy. Steamships reduced the journey time, transport time. Okay, 1857, people started understanding and started fighting. Okay, the Britishers started ruling us directly, saying that now India is under our domination. It's our territory. And they had indirect influence on other territories also. Whole of India was under the control of British. So this was the conclusion, guys. Yeah, that is right. Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was the most powerful Mughal emperor, but unfortunate it is. We were innocent, guys, at one point in time. So, my dear kids, ready for Menti now? All of you, give me a yo, guys. Come on. This was like a movie, guys. If you properly listen to what I was telling, different times, different things happened. When they came initially, we just allowed them we gave by giving trading rights. Slowly they expanded without our knowledge. Without our knowledge, you have to remember that. And suddenly at one point in time, they started building forts, as you know, building forts. See, why should a trader build a fort here? Think about it. And we didn't even wake up even at that time. So it's very sad. Okay, guys, on to Menti now. Remaining questions, be ready. Hi, hi, Niroha. Ranjit, you did not understand about gun? Point number one, there are only two types of gun. Muskets is a handgun, very heavy handgun. Matchlock is a gun. Musket is you can fire it, put the bullet, fire. But matchlock you can't fire. You have to put gunpowder, ignite it, then only the gun will fire. It's like a tank. Old time tanks are there, right? You have to ignite, then it fires. Similar. Okay. Mamta, what is your question? Guys, both were at the same time, but muskets were there. Okay, matchlocks were also there older, in that olden time. Here we go. Next question on your screens. Question number 5. Who among the following was the powerful ruler of Mysore? Ranjit Singh, Cholas, Nana Fadnis, Hyder Ali. Simple, right? Simple, simpler, simplest question. Come on, guys. Time is running. Ranjit Singh, Cholas, Nana Fadnis, Hyder Ali. Who was that? Time is up. Okay, guys, you got this right. It was Hyder Ali, okay? 145 of you got it right. So now, any change? Messi. Messi is still at the top. Rudra, Shubham, Shami, Gon, Yash, Shreya, Nidhi, Riya, and Gaurav. The remaining. Come on, guys. Give it a good fight. Probably 2 more questions on your screens now. Jitendra Prasad, focus on the quiz rather than saying I'm ignoring. Who were the interpreters of Indian laws to collect British? So who were interpreting the Indian laws to collector? Kasi and Mufti, Maulvids and Pandits, Governor General, only 1 and 3. Come on, guys. Now I know you guys are making a mistake. Very clearly I know now. Time is up. Just because there is only 1 and 3, don't choose that. Maulvids and Pandits, right? Remember, there was a picture also there. What I just showed you guys. Wherever there is only or all of them, both 1 and 2, you always choose that. Come on, guys, think and go ahead. Very important to comprehend, understand what I am teaching you guys. Yes, Jethroy, tell me what's your doubt. So, Messi still at the top with a decent lead, followed by Shami, Shreya, Sauhadya, and Preetham. Top 5. Siddharth, Rudra, Shubham, Hitesh, Good. Bottom 5. Kids, be ready. Time is running. On what charges Awadh was annexed from the Nawab? What were the charges? Why did the Britishers annex Awadh also? Hereditary principle, misgovernment, tradership, financial breakdown. What did they give us the reason? Conquer what, Disha? Time is running. Probably the last question. Let's see. I'm up. 110 of you got this right. Misgovernance, they said, right? So they gave an example saying that this is not being managed well. So they moved it to, they annexed it into their territory. So who is winning the day today? Is it Lionel Messi? Looks like that. Yes. Lionel Messi, followed by Shami, Shreya, Sauhardya, Pritham, Siddhar, Shubham, Hitesh, Yashan, Divyansh. Many congratulations, Lionel Messi. He gave me the, opportunity to congratulate Messi here. I'm very happy now. Guys, everyone who stuck to the leaderboard, many congratulations. Kudos to all of you. Come on. Great job done. So, my dear students, I hope you liked the session today. You know what is important about this session? It gives you insight on how Britishers conquered India. This chapter. How did they came as something and they became something? Is it not? This is the power of conspiracy. You got to be on your toes as a country. Very alert about what is happening at the back of you. Clear? Super kids, I hope you liked the session. Thank you so much for watching. Newcomers, if you have not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and subscribe, support us. And if you liked it, hit the like button and let us know you like. Positively, don't forget. Thank you so much, guys. Until I meet you tomorrow, this is myself, Sundar Ravindranathan, signing off, guys. Bye-bye. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay indoors, and listen to your parents. Bye-bye.